031 to order. You can jump in straight away on any design you've got your eye on, particularly these brand new designs that we're showing you now from Swan & Edgar. You've got here the wonderful Count design with that detail at the back as well.
Exhibition back, again, a ridiculously low price for this entry. Obviously an introductory price. I'm trying to rationalise why the price is so low.
Yeah, I mean, it is a fantastic timepiece. 031 as we say, the usual price £310, but look, our price for you on ShopOnTV here live on ITV1 and STV, it's £129. The texture, the wonderful watch that you've got here, £44.98, 3 payments with your PayPal Pay in 3, down from the usual price of £310. And Father's Day coming up on the 16th.
Oh, that's just about doable. Let's get these watches home by then. That should be easily achievable.
And then look, just the 2 choices here for you in the rose brown.
You've got that beautiful brown, woodland brown, with, of course, that first layer. So these are first layer leathers. They are hand waxed with the contrast stitching. Really wear extremely well. And of course, we are dealing here with the Swan & Edgar 5-year warranty as well.
And another huge saving, £180 saved, taking you down to £129.99. This is just a quick look at some of our beautiful watches coming up. It's very difficult to say favourite because, you know, we have so many favourites across the board here for you this morning live on ITV1 and on STV as well. And then the World Timer.
The perennial favourite, the one I'm actually sporting myself. And this is really popular. It comes in a really stylish box as well.
Look at
the live price comp is incredible for this as well.
I mean, look at that in the
This is rarely available, and the orange is particularly lovely.
Yeah, 3 colours. The orange is the one that you're sporting at the moment, David, and then that's the one we've got here in the presentation box. But you also have 2 other designs and 2 other gorgeous colours in this, in your wonderful World Timer, in your blue, the grey and the orange. I can show you the blue just here for you. Forgive us as we're whizzing through. We are whizzing through just a few designs for you, just so that you can see here on a preview now with a live price comparison for you with Swan & Edgar, so that you can see £230 is your usual price. But we're down at £159.99. Have a look at the website now, a live price comparison for you on the Swan & Edgar website there at £230. Wonderful timepiece this.
And someone's actually bought one, it seems, but in the United States. I mean, these are international watches. This has got the Seiko Quartz hybrid movement in it, a really high-class movement, 51mm case size, lots of moon themes to this. You've got a stopwatch here, you've got that lovely rendition of the moon, the Mars and the Earth, and on the back of this watch you've also got a vision of the moon landing.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much happening here. There's so much to the design. There are so many reasons.
And 51mm case size, so it's really lovely size of watch as well, really quite substantial on the wrist.
Yeah, there's a real size to it, isn't there? And £230, you saw the live price comparison on Swan & Edgar's website. Our price now, £54.98 on 3 payments with your PayPal Pay in 3, or of course including with your postage and packaging. That's going to be a better alternative to your usual price of £230, down to our price this morning of £159.99. We've shown you the blue just before we went to the price comp. We saw the orange on David's list, and we're seeing the wonderful
This is just
grey.
demonstrating exactly how the watch works. You can tell the time in 24 cities around the world. You see London here is being set at 1 o'clock, where we are right now, by my wonderful assistant there in the back room, and you can see all the other cities. So New York is at 2000 hours, Chicago at 1900 hours, great talking point, Cairo 03 hours, and if we can set London at 2 o'clock, just that we're moving ahead here, you can see exactly all those cities around the world. This is the talking point of the Swan & Edgar World Timer, and that's how it works.
Thank you very much for that, David. Blue, grey and orange are your colours on the faces. That's the grey. on the video that you're looking at there. The blue was that slightly deeper towards the navy colour, and then the orange was on David's wrist, of course, there as well. The prices are, as you've seen from a few watches that we've previewed for you now already this morning, you've seen the differences on the usual prices. The difference here on the usual price is, well, you don't have to be great at maths, you know, it's about half. You'll see on the Swan & Edgar website the real showpiece at £1,999 usual price, down to our price of £999.99.
So the tourbillons are back. This is the Emperor of watches. This is sought by so many people. So little of these are made. We managed to get just a few of them for the show tonight. As you can see, they're being sold literally at half price from the Swan & Edgar price. Quite phenomenal. And I will wax lyrical about Breguet's achievement a little bit later on the show. But for right now, this has got a sapphire glass 42mm case size. And you can see the mesmerizing detail of this, the curvature of it, the fact that inside that you have a movement moving through 360 degrees every minute. Everyone that's watching this knows about the tourbillons, but I bet you've not seen such an elegant tourbillon as this Swan & Edgar.
Oh, elegant is the word, David. Yeah, of course. 561731 to find it now, because on the website you'll see there are two variations on this stunning watch. You've got the deep red on this wonderful face, that mechanism that you can see from the front and the back. We'll show that to you as the morning progresses. £335.65 on 3 payments. We do have the other option that you can see here in the deep green. It's like a turquoisey blue-green.
It's almost a bluey green colour. It's meant to be the friction between night and day as you go up as a space tourist to the stratosphere, and it really is quite gorgeous. 42mm case size, 322 parts. There are collaborations of 30 watchmakers to make a single watch. It is a work of joy, and it's something that so few people will ever possess. And from Swan & Edgar tonight, you are actually getting this watch at half their usual price.
I mean, it is a fantastic time to buy, and that colour is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? There's a certain elegance and decadence at the same time here from Swan & Edgar with the tourbillon, a real showpiece. It is a cornerstone of the Swan & Edgar collection of watches that we showcase for you on an all too rare film. Yeah, we haven't seen you recently, Dave.
No, it really is. We've been slaving away trying to produce one or two of these beautiful tourbillon watches. As I say, there are handfuls of these ever made, and we'll talk in great detail about how these watches are so sought of and so collectible. But the Swan & Edgar design is second to none.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go into so much detail later on, as David says. £999.99 or £335.65 on 3 payments on your PayPal Pay in 3, including your postage if you're spreading the cost. There has to be a very, very special reason, or maybe not. Maybe it's a just because reason that you're going for the tourbillon this morning. It really is one of those one-time purchases that you're just going to remember and love and absolutely cherish. Next, we have for you on our little preview Samuel Joseph, one of our other names this morning here in addition to your Swan & Edgar. Samuel Joseph featuring a few watches from that brand name, and this being a very, very popular one.
I really love this.
And the price is silly.
Yeah.
Before we say anything else.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone from the tourbillon, a £1,000 watch, and we're now dealing with a watch that is $59.99. But this watch packs so many features to it, and I can't wait to take you through it, because it's a real piece of fun. But it's also got a calendar, it's got an alarm, it's got a stopwatch, it's got a nightlight to it. It's really stylish. It's got these gunmetal inserts,
yeah, they're really
as well as silicon glass. And really, you've just got to get, I mean, these are great watches to have around.
Look at that. You can feel the chunkiness of it. You can see the weight of it. And the price is just amazing at $59.99, down from the usual price of $199 for this morning's live show. We are live on ITV1 and STV. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Matt. We're here with David Anthony, representing, of course, Samuel Joseph and in Swan and Edgar this morning with your live selection of wonderful watches and heirlooms and timepieces and memory keepers. You know, these are all very, 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 very special things that we've got for you this morning. Very special watches to maybe mark a particular occasion in your life or a loved one's moment of maybe anticipation or achievement that you want to make sure is remembered. 987615 to order now, and we've got the red one as well as the black. So you've got that midnight black with the inserts and silicon strap, but $59.99.
So this is the red watch. You've got to press the mode button 3 times to be able to set the 24-hour clock. You can see there that you're able to set it both for 24-hour running and also 12-hour running simply by pressing the reset button and start-stop button. You can also set through this, we're going to set it at 3:03 just for fun, and then you can say it is May the 24th, and it has a calendar, of course, calendar function, very useful. And in addition to that, you also have the day of the week function. You can scroll through the days of the week and select, let's say Saturday in this particular case, press mode again, and you're back to telling the time. And then with that, you have an alarm, so press that twice, and you can set the alarm up. So it's 6:21 now, let's make it 7:20. Let's say 7:27. So move it to 7:27, please, in the back room. Yeah, there we go. 7:27. Thank you very much. And then when it's set, you can switch the alarm on and off by pressing the 2 buttons at 40 and 30 together. That switches the alarm on, switches the alarm off. You can see as well. So let's switch it off, please. Yes, that's off. That's great. And then switch it on again. And then finally, you also have on this watch the ability to switch off the alarm by pressing 30 if you get irritated by that alarm going on. And then finally, you also can see the 24th of May. And then you have a stopwatch by pressing mode once. That's a stopwatch working to 100th of a second accuracy. And then underneath that, if you want to go back to telling the time, simply press mode and you're back telling the time. What a watch, a fantastic watch to own. Under £60, folks. It's a must-have for Father's Day or for anyone at any time of the day.
Yeah, we are really very, very well placed for Father's Day, as David says. And of course, that is just one of the many, many timepieces that we've got on for you this morning here on ITV1 and STV with David and myself, Matt, here until 3 a.m. this morning. Remember to check out of your basket. We've already got so many people shopping. It's not yours until you have definitely checked it out. It can't be reserved for you, unfortunately, but you can pay for things either in one go or you can use your PayPal method of splitting your cost into 3 and go for it that way. But do have a look at the website if you haven't already gone on there. We've given you a quick preview of our watches on this show, but we have got on the website over 700,000 products, more than 300,000 books on there on that huge marketplace, and some big name brands as well. It's worth seeing on ShopOnTV. If we go into the watches, you don't need to wait for us. You can go in there now. Please do go and browse. You can see so many to choose from, of course, right the way up from the tourbillon at the top-notch price, albeit half its usual price, and then some will have alternate colorways to the ones in the photograph. In fact, here, let's give you an example of it, because somebody's actually ordering this watch now, so we can just tell you that they are looking at either the black or the silver and the gold. So if you click the button, you can see in the two-tone, it's really executive, isn't it? Love the Roman numerals. But do please go $69.99 from the Samuel Joseph name. It's a
great story behind Samuel Joseph. We'll talk about them later on.
Okay, and later on, because we've got one of our brand new todays, haven't we, David, in this? The night.
So we're going to go into the night now, into the night before the day, on one of the longest days of the year, almost on the 24th. We're getting there slowly. 210 parts and 20 jewels from Swan & Edgar, 6 months in the making, tonneau shape. Tonneau shapes invented by Cartier in the 1920s, and they are incredibly stylish. You look at the A-listers, you look at what's going down the red carpet, they won't be wearing round watches, they will be wearing these tonneau shaped watches because there are not so many of them made. The way that Swan & Edgar put this together, you can see inside the fascia of the watch a really cunning island structure in the middle next to the Swan & Edgar London, and you've got that open heart with the Cornwall Bridge, the crosshatch detail, which makes the watch really very, very interesting. And because there is a lighting inside the watch coming from reflections that Matt is so elegantly showing, it really does pop and really look great on the wrist.
Yeah, I mean, just it has that real elegance to the shape. Really, I mean, you know, yes, the shape is wonderful, but you have the size of it, the depth of that face, and just the way it looks, the way it sits on the wrist, the strap as well. It's so complimentary, everything about it. And here, look, have a look at the back as well.
You've got an exhibition back, and this is again the way that automatic watches work. We're celebrating 100 years of watches being automatic, invented in Britain, in Bolton. Hello to Bolton and to John Harwood, who actually invented these things in 1924. And that rotor charges by kinetic energy the watch, so you can get up to 36 hours of a power reserve there. And you can also see the serial number there that traces back to the original watchmakers. This is what you get from Swan & Edgar, plus a really heavy engineered strap with that dual deployment clasp. The gasket itself has a little flash of red on it. So many little details when you get this watch home. And the fascia, the way that that bezel has been put together is really, really lovely.
See it on there. I mean, just, you know, the effect that this is going to have, the conversations it's going to start. You know, when you do open this up, when you're giving this as a gift for £139.99p, go for it. Plus your postage, of course, but down from the usual price of £320. It makes it an absolutely fantastic time to get hold of that watch for Father's Day, for a big birthday, for a memorable moment in a life, just to mark an occasion, or just because, you know, it might just be one of those stop and smell the roses moments and think, do you know what, I just need to tell somebody how much I admire them, how much I respect them, and how much I'm grateful to them. So, you know, it might just be no reason for the gift beyond every reason. You know, it doesn't have to be a big birthday, doesn't have to be a particular moment, but for £139.99 you've got something that when they wear it, when they look down at it, when Dad maybe glances at this on his wrist and never forgets that he's wearing it, maybe because of the weight of it and the look. 755431 to order it now in either. I feel bad because I've been in a dream state here showing off the silver and the navy. I feel bad.
You're not showing the fashionable colour of brown, which is now really become the 2024 colour. This is in a woodland brown finish with red contrast to it as well, and a rose gold. Of course, rose gold, very, very popular indeed. It's an IP finish, that's a vapor disposition process which allows it to catch the light and really also protects the watch. That's why they use vapor disposition processes on drill bits, to make drill bits last lots longer.
Okay, so something that you're maybe wearing every day, don't be afraid of it, because it has been made.
It's 6 to 8 times as resilient as the old gold plating that we had in our youth.
Oh yeah, don't remind me. Look, I mean, to see this, to see the workmanship that's gone into it, the design that's gone into it, the manufacturing and the weight behind it as well, for £139.99, it's a really, really wonderful purchase to make. Go for it. Do not let it go. Don't miss out. We haven't got bottomless stocks of every single design today. Some are a little bit too thin on the ground compared to the popularity, especially the tourbillon as well. 755431 to order now on this particular night design. There was a reason why we wanted to show you a preview of some of potentially your favourites of this morning, and there's a reason why that was in the preview, and that was one of our first. And then you're already kind of telling us what your favourites are by the number of watches that are being ordered and the number of watches that are going. But we have, of course, the tourbillon as a perpetual, you know, returning force of the watch too. But in your night, you've got the two colourways that we've just looked at just there. All the other watches, including the tourbillon, is on the website ShopOnTV.co.uk, and the tourbillon itself is pretty much a half-price deal today, because we're looking at this on the Swan & Edgar website for £2,000. Right now, though, you are getting this for half that price. With that tourbillon, we would bring it to you in 3 different colours, but of course, one of those colours
has sold out.
Unavailable, sold out.
But we do have 2 lovely colours here, and this is the red. This is the Shepherd's Sunset, but also known as the Magma Red. If you've seen our shows before, you know this is the Magma Red, and it's 322 parts and 20 joules. The tourbillon is a really, really special watch. Like a gull wing finish around that, hand sculpted 316 stainless steel, sapphire glass, of course, and on the back, something to die for. Everything curved, everything really finished by 30 watchmakers working together to create this masterpiece of engineering.
Yeah, well, we'll get a little bit longer to spend with it live in the studio as the show progresses this morning with David, with the tourbillon there in the red and also that deep green. The tourbillon is a prestige, you know, dream of it one day timepiece. There is something for all of us this morning, including this, our most affordable, yet one of the most striking watches of the whole show.
I love this watch because it's it's very accessible at $59.99. I mean, look at the price comp with the 199. You can't get this on the Samuel Joseph website. I think it's sold out actually, but if you like a watch that's got lots of different functions that you could use in daily life, then this is the watch to consider, because you've not only got the stopwatch, you've also got the alarm function, and you've got the ability to tell the date and the time, the month and the day of the month and the day of the week. I mean, the list goes on. And Samuel Joseph, a little boutique brand based in London, that come up with these quirky designs, and this one's got little gunmetal inserts to it.
Yeah.
It's got the silicon strap, 45mm case, and mineral glass on the front, no plastic, it's got mineral glass, and it's just a great little bit of fun to wear at a fabulous price.
David, it's the texture here, it's the silicon strap, it's the gunmetal inserts, it's the shine and the smoothness, it's the piano black on the finish, on the actual bezel.
And it's a rotating bezel as well. It's not a fixed bezel, it's a rotating bezel. I mean, how do Samuel Joseph do it at the price? That's because they have no advertising. The only way that these watches actually are ever shown is on shows like this.
There you go.
And look at that.
You can see the rotating bezel.
I mean, everything you want.
Yeah, isn't that fantastic there? I mean, we're just going to bring it all the way around to see the rotation. Should we bring 20 up to the top? There you go. But look at that go.
And if you missed the demonstration of how this works, if you just search multifunction watch on your search engine, you'll find a tutorial about how these watches work.
Yeah, we can dip into that video if you want. We can show a little bit of it, and then I'll make sure that bezel turns around. So I've got 10 and 20 either side. But
you don't so this is how it works. You press the mode button 3 times to set the 24-hour clock on the sub-dials, and you can set it either for 24-hour time or 12-hour time, and you can scroll through by pressing the reset button. As you can see, holding start stop, you can scroll through really quickly, and when you've set it to 3:03 in this particular case, you've then got May the 24th, which it is right now. You can change that if you want to, but we just keep it at May the 24th. And then if you just press reset one more time, you can go through and set the day of the week. So we're putting it on Saturday. For now, we're a day ahead of ourselves, of course. Press mode, you get back to the first display, and if you press mode twice, then you can set the alarm up. And let's set the alarm, let's say, what time shall we make? Shall we make it 7:27?
Yeah, go on then.
My assistant might do that for me right now. So
they seem to be listening to you.
7:27, please. Yeah, 7:27, that's great. When you're happy, press mode. Yes, thank you very much. And then you can set the alarm on and off by pressing those 30 and 40 together. So that's the alarm on. Alarm on right now. Now we can turn the alarm off, please. Yeah, the alarm's off again now. And then let's put it on again. And then when the alarm rings, you just press the button at 30, and that will turn your alarm off. I love the fact you get instructions on these watches. It really does help a lot. You can press mode again, and if you press mode again, oh, that's 24th of May, we've said that before. So press mode again, and you've got your stopwatch. So your stopwatch is ticking away, and then if you say, I want to go back and tell the time right now, just press mode one more time, thank you, and then you're telling the time. So, and now we can see the stopwatch is still running. Stopwatch is still running. So isn't that a wonderful package for $59.99?
It is an amazing price at $59.99. You can split the cost into 3 if you want on the PayPal Pay in 3 option. Here are both of them. I'll very swiftly show you both the red and the black. However, 20% of the red option. There is a lower stock level of the red one actually, but 20% of that smaller stock is gone. Loving that the funkiness, the brightness, the playfulness of the red, but then the stylish nature of this, the black. You know, the cream face on the black. The
More discreet,
detail.
the red. So the black. The black is more
Detail
discreet.
there.
And if you're a Newcastle fan, I think you go for that one.
Oh yeah, the black and the white, of
Yeah.
course. Or if you like zebra crossings. Sorry, black tie, white tie, you know. But then you've got, you know, there is something quite Art Deco about the angles and the curves involved here. So you've got that sort of sunburst design on the face. I'm kind of loving that. Very easy to use, as you just talked us through on that video just now, David. And the price, $199, is your usual price. But forget it this morning here on ITV1 and STV with you on Shop on TV. This watch now is down from $199 to just $21.65 on 3 payments, saving, wow, saving £139, taking you down. You could even be maybe looking at both of them today, this morning. Yeah, maybe potentially go if you're loving the design and can't choose.
If you like little gadgets, if you want an alarm clock, you want a stopwatch clock, you want a nice accurate quartz movement, this is a great watch to consider.
Yeah, do have a look at the website for everything we've shown you so far, and also a few that we haven't been able to show you. So please don't wait for us to showcase. We will say not be offended if you do jump ahead of us here on ShopOnTV.co.uk. We already have so many people shopping across the way for the skeleton design. This has been found and sought out from the Samuel Joseph brand that we're showing you, as well as the Swan and Edgar name. There are 2 options available there. That was the black first of all. This is the gold now, with that sumptuous bright butter gold colour to it. Really nice presentation box that it's coming in, and there it is on the wrist. It does look rather commanding, as you can see, with the automatic design. And then again in the black now, with that visible design at the back, at the open back, you can see the mechanism. Now, one of our watches that we started, I mean, this is a majestic design actually, so I'm being quite selfish.
This is brand new as well, isn't it?
Yeah, another one.
This has got the 210 part 20 dual movement, and this is from Swan and Edgar. Has a 5-year warranty with it, 45mm case size, 14.5mm deep. And if you look inside the watch, you've not only got the Roman numerals, you've got the Cornwall bridge, and you've got the open heart beating away there. And I love to be able to see how a watch is working, the mainspring doing its thing, and the balance wheel, and the escapement, and all those great things that make a watch work. Because it's got jewels in it, it's going to last a long time, and you can see as well the way that we've got around the periphery of the watch those little pieces of intricate work that allows the light to bounce out of it.
Is that just between the Roman numerals and
between the Roman
bezel,
numerals and above? And also you've got the what we call gouloché detail between the two. So it's a real serious watch, this, from Swan and Edgar, and it should be £310. That's what it was designed to be, but clearly as an introductory price tonight, you have this at a phenomenally reduced price.
Yeah, I mean, look here at the bezel, so just spin it around, you can see, talking about a phenomenally reduced price, making that just under £45 on your first payment on PayPal Pay in 3, but saving £180 down to our price this morning of $129.99. There it is from the back, so you can see the mechanism, you can see
how the automatic and how the automatic watches work as well. You've got that finish to the rotor arm, and that rotor arm is powering the watch through kinetic energy. And an exhibition back is also how a watchmaker can show that they're not skimping inside the detail of the watch. Each of the watches can be traced back to its the watchmakers themselves. Water resistant to 3 ATMs. Yeah. It's also got a genuine leather strap with this first layer leather finish to it. The leather straps are really gorgeous, and you've got the onion crown and inverted pushers for those watch collectors looking for different styles. I think this style really does tick a lot of boxes, and took 6 months from the design shop to get it here tonight for the very first time on ITV and STV. Yeah, this is a brand new today for the show this morning. 031815. We are live for you until 3 a.m. here on Shop on TV. We're showcasing some fine watches with David between now and 3 a.m. But you know what? Always feel free to go to the website while we're looking live. It's ShopOnTV.co.uk to see all the different designs. Having said that, some designs have slightly different colorways to them, and here
just you know, really changing things up actually with, you know, a multicolour look now on the, you know, we've got the hands, the actual face itself, the Roman numerals. This is in either colourway. It's a very colourful watch.
Now we've called this dusk blue, but I like to think of this as lapis, really, the lapis colour.
It is a lapis blue.
And I think that really looks great. And let me tell you a little bit about Swan & Edgar. It goes back to 1812 originally as a department store in Piccadilly. Now it's this quintessentially British watch brand, but it has a heritage in the design of materials and silks. In fact, in the day, they had royal warrants for such things. And so the designers in Swan & Edgar, a small team in London, come up with these really lovely designs that accent these silken looks, and that's why you've got so much work going on in the fascias of watch, and that's why Swan & Edgar's watches are worn by people of discernment across the globe.
Yeah, talking about the design and the specifics of what you were just mentioning, you know, the thinking about textiles and silks and cottons. I mean, look here at the texture and the design in between the Roman numerals. It's just every little touch of detail.
There's a lot of detail. That is why it's a £310 watch. I'm about to cry now.
Not this morning. I hate to break it to you, David, it's not £310 now. We're live on the show now, live for you this evening, this morning, late into the night. But it's actually £44.98 on 3 payments on your PayPal Pay in 3, including your postage. Call now. It is a lot of watch for £129.99 plus your £4.95 UK postage, of course. 033 033 241 241 or shopontv.co.uk for a genuine leather strap, a stunning design here in a brand new. This is the Count design, the first time it's being seen on one of our live shows. It's a brand new design. This is the rose blue because it's rose, as in the bezel is rose, the main body of the watch is rose, but the face is blue. But then we have, of course, the rose in the brown, that warm chocolate tone with the orange tints as well. Those both available now for you. Same item number, different variants on the colour. 031815 to order it now. Another quick look at the website with myself and David, because this is well worth something to keep live or open. If you're searching on your phone or on your tablet at home and you've got this open, find your favourite, skip ahead of us maybe if we haven't quite got there, or if there's something you've seen and you're thinking, I just want to go back and have a look at it, I want to see a little bit more detail, then here's where to look. shopontv.co.uk to order it now, whatever you're looking for from that watch selection. Well, the price points vary, of course. The savings are huge no matter which watch you're looking at here this morning with myself and David. The savings, of course, are there for you based upon the usual prices, the live prices that you can sometimes price comparison live with Swan & Edgar. But there is one watch on the Swan & Edgar website at the moment, live at the moment, for £2,000, and that is the worth every penny when you consider the work that's gone into it, the design that's gone into it, the Tourbillon watch, the wonderful limited edition.
Look at that. I love that Paul's done that so well.
Now, before we go anywhere, we must reference, we've got very small stocks of these. If everybody checks out the red that's in the basket, this will have sold out. If everybody that wants the red checks out, it will have sold out. So, you know, check out if you want it, check out if you've certainly made that decision to get it. And if you do still want it and you've not got it into your basket, you can beat those people. You can add it in and then leapfrog them and check it out. You know, that's the best advice to somebody that definitely wants this. And it's not something we can bring back easily over and over.
Can you order on the phone as well?
Oh, order on the phone, of course you can.
03333?
Of course, 03333 241 241.
Yeah, why not?
Is your phone number if you'd rather speak to somebody if you feel more comfortable doing that. Very old school of you, David, there.
Well, you know, some people prefer that way. Talk to a real person, you never know.
You're right.
This is a 322-part movement, and it's the pinnacle of any watch collection. Now, everyone goes on about Breguet, don't they?
Yeah.
But let me tell you that Alfred Hellwig is the man behind this watch originally, because he invented the flying tourbillon in 1920, a long time after Breguet, of course, because the flying tourbillon has no visible means of support. And for you collectors out there, you don't want an ordinary tourbillon, do you? You want a flying tourbillon, and this is what this is. Because the central pivot that's allowing that movement to go through 360 degrees, and that's the thing about the Swan and Edgar. As you look inside that watch, you can see the pallet fork and the pallet wheels moving along there.
It's floating.
And you can see also that Breguet's idea was to negate the forces of gravity by turning the whole movement through 360 degrees every minute. It was originally designed for pocket watches, and now it's really a conceit of the watchmaker to put something together like this because they can, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. That's why so few of them are made, and even some manufacturers don't even make them because they can't really put the effort in to make them. Do research on tourbillons, look them up, love them, because if you are going to buy one of our tourbillons, then you will know what a tourbillon is even before you buy. But tonight, because it's a Swan and Edgar tourbillon, it looks really, really special in the way it's put together. And the pièce de résistance is the back of this watch. Not a single straight piece in this, everything curved. 19 jewels, 42-hour power reserve, sapphire glass on the front and back, 316 stainless steel, first layer leathers, and you can see there on the right of that the powerful mainspring that holds up to 42 hours of power reserve, and at the back of that you can also see the actual movement going through its 360 degree dance that negates the forces of gravity. Isn't that fabulous?
You can just see it gracefully moving, quietly keeping time for you. Just while the world around it is just...
Yeah, and 42mm case size, perfect size of a watch in my view. Every person who can afford a tourbillon, you know, really struggling in the end to create the ultimate part of their watch collection, the pinnacle, the emperor of watches, the Swan and Edgar tourbillon.
I must show the green as well.
Oh, it's beautifully boxed as well.
Of course. There's so much to talk about with the tourbillon. Of course, here it is.
As a gift, can you imagine receiving this? It comes in an outer box as well. And, you know, giving this as a special gift to somebody who really loves their watches.
It's a memory.
I mean, it is a memory.
Yeah.
And this particular, we'll take it out and have a look at it in a minute.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But honestly, the colour of this, it's called green, but it's really a blue green.
I want to remember what the colour is now.
Yes.
Because look at this. This is the moment. This is that experience of opening. So you've got the catch to open, and then the reveal when the person that you're giving this to opens the presentation box and sees what's inside. Turning 18, 21, celebrating 30 years of marriage, turning 80 maybe, you know, whatever the reason, whether this is a bride-to-be buying it for her husband-to-be, or husband-to-be buying it for a bride-to-be, or buying matching, maybe one each, or, you know, a gift to remember something huge in life. Let's take it out and have a look, because the colour, you know, it's very difficult to have the favourites or push you in one way or the other, because you will have your favourite colour. And nobody really minds what I like, David, but I'll say it anyway.
What people watching like. And
yeah.
I think this colour, when you get it home, you'll be fascinated by the fact that it's kind of like this turquoisey, bluey green finish to it. And it's got also this infinity dial, this tiger's eye dial that catches the light so well. And again, you can see that now. You see how the light is bouncing through that. And it's such a talking point. It's something, you're not going to wear this every day, folks. You're going to wear this on special occasions. You're going to keep it in the box, keep all the paperwork, get it insured, because it's a fabulous piece of heirloom for passing on from generation to generation. 316 stainless steel, sapphire glass, 42mm case size, absolutely spot on in terms of what really is required to complete your watch collection.
I'll say why I'm drawn to the colour, and I'll see whether those at home might agree with me or have picked the same reason. Everything David has said, you know, the movement, the design, the style, the sleekness, but the colour, particularly in the green, which you'll find is in stock, but potentially not for long with the popularity, because again, every single one of these tourbillons is in somebody's basket at the moment. We don't have deep stocks of the red or the green, but not checking out doesn't mean it's yours. Therefore, if you want it, come through 03333 241 241 and confirm your order, or confirm it on shopontv.co.uk, and it's 561731 to order it now. That's your item number. But the one thing that's drawing me to this particular, yes, the fiery red has a warmth and an excitement to it, but the green, David, I'm a fan of emeralds myself. Like the night sky, you know, on a summer's evening when the sun's
Well, we've just had the Aurora Borealis, haven't we? And we
Yeah.
actually got it down in London for the very first time, I think, in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And I mean, the colours of these watches are very, very reminiscent of the Northern Lights.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. You know, we will show you just the back there for the mechanism, and then the strap
Got
and
a
the design.
great clasp as well. You see
does,
that
doesn't it?
clasp?
Yeah.
You see, if you press.
Do you want to show
press
me
that
how it
there,
works?
If you just open that up, you see.
Yeah.
So you open it and you close it.
Yeah.
And the way that you can size it to your wrist here, and it means you know in a second you've got it on. It's really good.
So looking
No
classic,
fiddling
looking
around,
like a
yeah.
classic leather strap.
Yeah.
But that does look good. I mean,
There is a spare strap in everyone we send a spare strap as well, but this is the real thing you need.
okay, and there we go. There is the red now, the fiery red, that deep red.
That's the Shepherd's Sunset, but the magma red reminds me of a volcanic eruption, and you've got such a thin abyss look to it, the way that those hands are crafted. Can you imagine being assembled and made? And congratulations, I believe that we have someone who's purchased one of these beautiful tourbillons.
We do indeed.
And we'd love to know from you, if you want to write in, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we'd like to hear the story. Maybe if you can share it with us this morning, why you're buying, who it's for, a particular day or date. 561731 to order now. We don't have deep stock of the red or the green, and we don't have any stock of the blue. It just shows you how rare the wonderful tourbillon watch is. There's the mechanism and the movement. There's that sleek watch face and bezel. There, look at that. I love that shot just as it comes down and into vision. And then the Swan and Edgar logo there, and then just the way the light catches the side of the watch there for you. 561731. What is that moment in the year that you just want to capture forever? What is that anniversary, that birthday, that big moment that you want to say, don't let this go, don't let this day pass without me marking that special occasion? Well, you can do it with any one of the watches that we've got on the show. It's brilliant to buy a timepiece, to invest in time, or a watch to actually mark a special occasion, whether it's a birthday or an anniversary, or any kind of achievement or moment in somebody's life. Then this is the best way to do it. Have a look at shopontv.co.uk to make that purchase and to see what we've got on and available for you on the show. 339678, your item number on the Samuel Joseph two-tone skeleton design. This is the Jubilee, the skeleton Jubilee, and in the stainless steel bracelet now, either in the two-tone or the silver. I've chosen the silver to showcase first here, David.
Now, what's great about this watch is those of you who like slightly smaller cadet-sized watches, 38.6 millimeters, it's more the size of the 1980s watches from that famous Swiss brand in Geneva, that sort of size of watch. But with Samuel Joseph, you've got a 162 part 21 jewel movement. You can see some of the movement through the slightly skeletonized case. There's a nice finish to the watch as well. It's got what you call a kind of curved mineral glass finish, stainless steel strap, and you've got very simple hands as well. Nice simple design. I do like the way the indices are being put together as well, catching the light there. It's almost like a kind of glittery effect. And at that price, you really can't go wrong with that watch.
Really, I mean, usual price £210, but we've negotiated some very, very good deals indeed for you for this morning's show, live until 3 a.m. We're looking at $74.99 now for a watch that has so much going for it in terms of design. I mean, yeah, no.
Well, the backstory of Samuel Joseph is that really a group of watchmakers in London that decided that they wanted to create really affordable timepieces, cut out the middleman and just come up with these simple ways of putting together a watch that everyone wants, because, you know, this is a classic design, a classic look to it, that kind of like the finish of the strap, the way that it's deployed together, the fact it's a 38mm case size, which of course is really quite unisex as well, so it suits both men and women, and the colours of that, the way it's catching, that really has got a lovely pop to it.
I mean, looking at the colour, you know, you've got the contrast, haven't you? Between
and when we see the other colour, you'll see the contrast between the two, because this is the two-tone variation as well, and it's got that black finish to the dial. You've got a stripe of rose gold and silver, all IP plated, of course. And inside the watch you've got the same movement, that it's an automatic movement. You can see it working there, 162 parts and 21 joules, and that means it's going to work as long as you wear the watch, and it'll even have a power reserve of about 30 hours as well.
So keep moving, keep wearing it, keep moving. We live an active
overnight,
lifestyle.
you can put it down on the nightstand, on the nightstand, and the next morning it's still going to be ticking away.
There's a lot happening here. You know, you've got your Arabic numerals. You've got, you know, standing out. You've got were these the indices that you're mentioning? Are they the lines?
Yes, the indices, but
it's
also not just the indices, but it's also around the chapter ring. You've got a little bit of, I can say, a little bit of angel dust or something that actually makes it look really lovely and catches the light quite well.
Look at the executive.
And it's curved as well. It's got a curvature to it.
Right. Is that
I
the
mean,
dome?
at this price point,
So if I
it's
tip
really,
it back,
really
you'll
strange
see.
to see something as beautifully presented as this at £210.
You're right. You're right. It does feel slightly uncomfortable. You sort of think, hang on, I don't feel like I'm looking at a £210 watch. I don't feel like I'm holding a £210 watch. Therefore, jump at the chance when we rarely see Swan and Edgar and Samuel Joseph watches on ITV1 and STV. It has been too long since we last saw David Anthony here live in the studio with us with these two brands. It feels like it's been ages. It feels like it's been too long. But David's here, and we've been trying to get the stock, I guess.
Yes, and of course, you know, it is difficult these days with everything going on to get the stock. And when we do get the stock, it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, indeed. We're seeing that already with so many popular watches. I mean, people were buying the Skeleton Jubilee before we'd even seen it live in the studio. $26.65 on 3 payments to spread the cost on paper.
So this is 38 points. Sorry to interrupt.
No, don't worry.
38.6mm case size. Who asked that question? John. Hi, John. Hope you're having a great evening. Probably having something medicinal at this time.
There's David.
So, yeah, and it's 15mm deep as well, so it's a nice size actually. It's what we called in the old days cadet sized, and in fact it's exactly the size of that Swiss watch brand when you actually look back at the sizes that were very fashionable in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, $74.99 it is at the moment here on ShopOnTV.co.uk. You can phone through as well, 03333 241 241. That is the two-tone. This is the silver.
So crisp,
variety.
that silver, actually. I just love the cleanliness of that. It's kind of like an ice finish to it. It looks like a martini on your wrist.
Ooh, I like the sound of
Really
that.
good.
Yeah, that's a good description. I mean, it's the shine that you've got, the dome on that curvature. Look at the curve. There is. It seems like every single angle and every single corner has been considered and thought about in this design, David. And to get it for £210, to make a watch, to be able to sell it for £210, let alone the specially negotiated low price for this morning's live show, making it now 3 payments of $26.65, or $74.99 our price. There really is something for all of us, every single price point, every single reason, because there might be a day that you don't mind spending £200 or £300 on a watch, and you don't mind spending or physically want to spend, you know, £1,000 or £2,000 on a watch to mark an occasion. But there might be other times that you're thinking, I want to grow my collection, I want to buy a gift, I want to buy myself something, I want to treat myself to something, but I'm not spending more than £100. So you'll be looking at that price point this morning, and you'll know that you've got a lovely saving on this of £135 off, making it $74.99. And of course, if you just tuned in, yes, you can see behind here, you can see the mechanism and the whole heartbeat of the watch now, with the reserve power, of course, and then the power of you moving and keeping that heartbeat ticking inside the Samuel Joseph timepiece. 339678. Order now. Don't miss out. In fact, we regularly go back to the website, myself and David, to let you know that there are many watches on today's show that you might want to have a look. We're live every night until 3 a.m. You can browse the shows, you can browse the stock in a particular show, and then you can shop via the website too, and definitely look at which watches are available this morning, including the lovely tourbillon. Somebody else treating themselves and checking out on the tourbillon. Another green, so a green tourbillon has gone this time. So a red and a green have both been chosen and purchased. Blue is not in stock, unfortunately. We apologise, but the red and the green, the green is lovely. I mean, it's a good choice, and the fiery red is a standout, really eye-catching colour. It's a phenomenal watch at £2,000 on the Swan & Edgar website now. But it's not £2,000 on our website. It's a Swan & Edgar tourbillon for £999.99. Get it while it's in stock, get it while it's here, and negotiated at that low price for our live show with David. So many watches to show.
So we've got another Samuel Joseph here, but this is a quartz version. It's a Seiko quartz movement. It's a 45 millimeter, 43.5 millimeter case size, and it's got a fluted bezel. So if you want a fluted bezel, this is the watch to get.
It's a fluted bezel.
Yeah.
Is that the angles?
The story behind that was originally the watchmakers used that to screw the watch down and unscrew the watch. It was a cunning way of making it, rather than have a spanner, they would have a very clever tool to open and close the watch. But with this watch, you can see there the tick-tock of quartz time. You've also got the, someone said it's tick-tick rather than tick-tock.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah, but anyway, it's a little esoteric thing. You've got the Roman numerals, very classical, of course, and you can also have a 24-hour clock at 6 o'clock, and you're telling the date as well. And there is a stopwatch function on this with the inverted pushers, and it's got that Steinway black finish. £205 watch for £69.99.
Well said, David. That pretty much rounds it off, doesn't it? A £205 watch for £69.99. And the anchor, love the logo for Samuel Joseph, actually.
The logo of the anchor and the rope being, of course, the cable for the anchor, goes back to the Port of London, and the fact Samuel Joseph London, the fact when London was the largest port in the world, I think, for a period of time.
Oh, was it?
And it's all about a little bit of history here, but Samuel Joseph really is a modern watch phenomenon. And very, very, very few of these watches are around. So Samuel Joseph probably not heard of them, because it's a bunch of watch enthusiasts that have come together to put these limited edition designs, or these designs, together.
Yeah, the links on the bracelet, there's a rounded nature to them, there's a soft nature to them. We just wanted to show this one sooner rather than later, just because we had that piano black, that really stylish, deep jet black. But, you know, I wanted to show the more the dressy nature.
So this is the contrast, the kind of two-tone between rose gold and silver. Again, IP plated, vapor disposition process to protect the watch. In the old days, it would have been gold plating, but now we use a totally different process. And the Samuel Joseph logo on the back of the watch as well. Lovely and quite thin, 10 millimeters deep. So if you like, and one of the great things about the quartz watches is they can be built to be thinner So that is really important as well in terms of if you want a watch that's going to be flush on your wrist,
Yeah.
you would probably go for a quartz watch.
So it's looking particularly chunky from that angle, but based on what David's just said, let me just turn it around for you, or at least turn my wrist around so that you can see.
It's quite slim.
Yeah, it's quite flush to the wrist, isn't it? So it's a really nice, sleek design. I'll just hold that sideways so that you can see as well. Nice, good sized face as well. That big round.
Yeah, 43.5 millimeters. So it's not the 45 millimeters is now the kind of standard size. So it's slightly smaller than that, but it wears really well on the wrist.
Let me show both next to each other again so that you can just see and make your mind up. Although it is literally night and shade, light and day. Because you know it's either literally one for daytime, one for nighttime. But at $69.99, would you be buying both of them? Maybe if you really like a design particularly, and then you're still not paying as much as what you might normally pay for one. So $69.99 usual price is £205. So if you were to get both, you wouldn't even be touching that usual price. $24.99 on 3 payments with your PayPal Pay in 3. Or is it best to maybe get one of a lovely design, and then you know that you can maybe push the boat out with a second, with so many to choose from? You might want to be treating yourself to 2 this morning, as we're live until 3 a.m. That's 725-973 to order now on either the black and silver and the gold with the black strap that we've just seen. Just under £25 on your first of 3 payments, whichever colourway you're going for on this watch. And again, that saving is huge, £135 saving. So why are you buying a particular watch this morning? Which design have you gone for? Have you gone for the skeleton design? Have you gone for maybe one of the other brand new today's? Or a quick glance at the tourbillon, the green, is another popular choice with a couple of people looking at the red still, but now we're overexposed on the green at the moment. We are looking at more people that are wanting the green tourbillon than we have stock available. It's £2,000 this watch on the Swan & Edgar website right now, and the Swan & Edgar limited edition tourbillon down, especially for this show, down to £999.99. That's the green design at the moment. Same item number, just 2 different variants of colour. That's 561731 to order right now on the tourbillon, $999.99. And it is one of our standout timepieces, also available on PayPal Pay in 3, £335.65 on 3 payments, including your postage there, on either the green or the fiery red. Now, this is one of our other favourites here, isn't it?
There's a great story behind this watch, because this has got the Seiko quartz movement, mecha quartz movement in it. Now, in the trade, this Seiko quartz movement, this mecha quartz movement, is in some really expensive watches that you would have heard of, really well-known watches. But we have put it into this Swan & Edgar masterpiece. But not only that, you have this nebular finish to that 51mm case size, diamond-etched indices, a stopwatch function, if you as well, we can demonstrate that later, and you've got the world timer as well. The accuracy of this watch is 20 seconds a month or better, so that's less than a second a day deviation. That's according to Seiko themselves, who provide the movement for this watch, and then Swan & Edgar, of course, the design for this watch, which has got all of these space connotations to it. 51mm sapphire glass, super luminova, everything about this watch is, and I think the £230 is really not enough for this watch. I've argued that this should be a much more expensive watch.
You're right. But it feels like it should be. I mean, look at the weight of it, the depth of it as well. The work that's gone into the
and look at the back as well. Just show the back of it.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at that. You've got the moon, a deeply etched moon.
Should we look at it properly? Actually, look at the actual. Make sure it's the right way up for you, because I don't want to be selfish and make it the right way up for me. But you can see the moon landing depicted.
It's a great talking point, and it's weighing 190 grams. Also, if you've got a large wrist, 220mm of play. You know, if you are one of these people who've got these large wrists, you've struggled to find a watch that will fit you, this watch will fit you.
Yeah, I used to box, so I have got really big wrists, actually,
Yes, I can
David.
tell,
So
I can tell.
I struggle to find a watch
Yeah.
that is going to fit with my sort of big, thick, very, very manly
8.5
forearms
inches
that I've got.
for you chaps. You can actually measure your wrist before you order, you know, just get the tape measure out,
Yeah.
and you'll find that unless you've got a super, super massive wrist, it's going to fit.
Like me.
Yeah.
297032 to order now on the World Timer. It is a superb watch for the price point at £230. You would feel, and you'd honestly, you'd feel and you'd know you'd done something good, and you'd got a really nice watch for £230. However, I've been remiss because what I do is I get in a dream state.
Yeah.
I get sort of taken away by it.
You get caught in the headlights.
I do.
Really.
So that's the
you know.
grey we were looking at there.
But we've got to look at this one because
Is that correct? We're looking at the grey. We were looking at
that was the grey one.
Yeah, we were looking at the grey.
And
This
now
is the blue.
This is the blue. Now this is the best seller, folks. So if you want this one, I would get, as someone used to say, get a wiggle on, because there won't be around for very long.
No, it's one of those.
If
We
you
haven't
look
seen you for a while.
inside and look at the starry night coming through on that face of the watch, this is a lot of work to put that together. And then you've got the Earth, Mars, and the Moon, and you can see the tick-tock of the quartz there. But if we just can we press the top pusher, which is
Is it this one here?
that one? Yeah.
Give it a good old.
Give it a good old push. And now I want you to see the sweep of the second hand. That is the mechanical quartz movement coming into play, the hybrid movement. It's more like a mechanical movement because it's ticking at 5 beats a second. And that is what Seiko have done so well. So it's combining quartz accuracy with the joy of mechanical movement. And now, at some point, that will allow you to do your timing function. So you've got your stopwatch there as well. And then you have the World Timer function. Can we have a look at the World Timer VT, do you think? Because that will tell you how to actually set
Yep.
the way that
VT,
works.
of course, TV speak for videotape. So David showing his age there, the old school.
There we
Is
go.
it spooled up to speed? Oh, good. We
There
can
we
cut
go.
to it.
So we
Good.
can actually set the time now. So look, we've put London because it's London at 1 o'clock. Unfortunately, my assistant will move it to 2 o'clock in a minute. And then you can see Paris is at 2 o'clock and Cairo's at 3 o'clock. Rio, 2200 hours. Chicago, 1900. New York, time for lunch, time for dinner, 2000 hours. But now we're nearer 2 o'clock now. So the assistant can move it to 2 o'clock. That's better. Now you can see in Tokyo, it's 11 in the morning. In Hong Kong, it's 10 o'clock. Great thing if you're traveling, great thing to talk about. Going on a cruise this year, going down to Rio or something to take with you.
Yeah.
I think it's really lovely.
Well, now is the time to get it, honestly, because we've just got extremely busy with half of the stock of the blue now gone.
I knew that would happen.
Yeah, so as soon as we see something properly, I mean, yeah, we at the start of the show, in fact, a few hours ago, myself and David were backstage and we said, you know, how are we going to do this? Because we've got so many we want to show. There are the brand new todays, there are the ones we want to preview, they're the ones we want to but haven't got time to preview. And then it's only when we actually get a chance to stop and linger and show why a particular watch is worth £230 and more, maybe to somebody that loves the design and yet is such good value therefore at the ridiculous price that we've negotiated for this live show featuring our Swan and Edgar timepieces. This is of course the ever popular World Timer design, available in the orange, the grey or the blue. This is the orange. We just saw the blue and we started by showing you the grey, which is that
orange. Yeah, and the orange. I was, Watches and Wonders in Geneva. They were showing some of the modern kind of designs from these watch manufacturers that make kind of thousands and thousands of pounds. And orange, they're kind of on demand. You can't hardly get an orange watch. When you do the statistics, nearly all the watches in the world are either black, white, or blue.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And and if you want to stand out in this world, and that orange fascia's got the flex of the starlight system in it as well, diamond etched indices. Of course, it's sapphire glass and it's Swiss Supernova. So everything about the watch is really top class materials. Again, the price of $230. I'm sorry, guys, it should be more than £400.
It
I
feels
can't
like
believe
it,
the usual price
yeah.
is £230. Not mentioning the fact that tonight is £159.99.
Yeah, we are so lucky on the live show until 3 a.m. This morning, £159.99, all while stocks last, with so many of these designs being extremely popular. And look there, you can catch that Starry Night that you were talking about, but in the fiery sunset orange. It does look good. 297032 to order now on the orange, the blue or the grey. I can very quickly show you the grey as well, while we've got time to switch between the 2 or 3.
So the orange was about the Mars night sky, and this is about the nebula. This is all about the Hubble Space Telescope and looking out into the infinity of space.
Heavy.
And really putting that together. And there are lots of kind of like space things that are happening right now. And if you are one of these people that like to follow the progress of our exploration to space, this watch really does tick that box.
It does it as well, tick. Yeah, there's a good word to use that on a watch show, isn't it, tick? But 297032 to order now. That's the grey. I can just show you the blue also here so that you can see the subtle difference. If you don't see them together, but now you can see the stark difference, can't you, between the blue and the grey. The grey, of course, is that storm cloud design actually on my wrist. But there, the darker face is your blue with that midnight blue, and then the flecks, the Starry Night flecks that are in there. There's plenty going on, plenty to see here with the concentric circles on your design, giving you your world time view. Have you found that particular watch yet? Is there one that you've seen on the website, or one that you've seen with us, myself and David this morning, and you thought, that's the one that I'm getting in, that's the one that I'm getting her? You know, whoever it might be that you're buying for, whatever that moment is that you're celebrating or remembering. Father's Day, of course, with 16th of June, it's not far away. I wonder what they've got planned for me. Can't wait. Hopefully it's a meal out somewhere. Maybe it's a meal deal. I don't know. Maybe they've got me a tourbillon. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. But maybe they will one day. I work so hard for them. But it's not about me. It's about you and what you're celebrating and what you're marking, the occasion that you're marking. And there's something that always stays with me when I'm thinking about that. Anniversaries, birthdays, 18th, 21st. You might not need anything like that. It might just be have you ever just stopped and smelled the roses? Have you ever just stopped and just taken a breath? It might be that, you know, life's so busy that the loved one that you're thinking of buying one of these watches for, you don't need a reason. You just need to say it's a just because. You just want to stop because the whole year or your whole 10 years that you've just lived together needs to be celebrated and you need to be thankful for, maybe. So much to find on ShopOnTV.co.uk. We've got the world timer here. It's not just watches as well. You'll be able to find a whole marketplace of hundreds of thousands of goodies on there, about 300,000 books on ShopOnTV.co.uk. And it's not just on ITV1 and STV that we're live, but you'll also find us on channel 89 if you're a Freeview customer or Freeview viewer. Take a look at this and we'll see you in a moment.
Shop on TV also broadcasts every day from midnight to 6 p.m. on Freeview Channel 89, with an even wider range of must-have products at market-beating prices. So, check your electronic program guide for the latest show schedule and tune in daily to grab the offers while they're still available. There's more to see with Shop on TV. There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with Shop on TV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, ShopOnTV.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with Shop on TV. After you've ordered from Shop on TV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days, though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Keep up to date with all the latest news, information and special offers from ShopOnTV by following us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube. You'll find us at ShopOnTV Live. Be a part of our fun community at ShopOnTV.
There you go, loads of ways to watch, loads of ways to stay in touch as well with ShopOnTV on social media, and also catch up on YouTube and watch us live on the website and spread the word. You know, this is our final hour until 3 a.m. this morning now with David, and we're looking at two wonderful, wonderful brands, Samuel Joseph and of course Swan and Edgar as well, with different price points ranging right the way from the price you're seeing on screen now for an amazing watch that looks so much more expensive than £59.99. Of course it is normal price, £199. We are now limited stock though in the red colourway on this most eye-catching watch. There's a load going on this.
It's a great, so much fun, this watch.
Yeah.
Not only has it got a quartz movement, it's lovely and accurate for that reason alone, but it's also got an alarm function. It's got a calendar function to be able to tell the date, and we can actually see how the watch works, which is when you get this home, should be easy to the mode button is the key to it. Press it 3 times and you can actually set either the 24-hour clock or the 12-hour clock. You can scroll through by pressing the reset button. So now it's 11:03, 12:03. Just hold down that start stop button and you can move it to the 24-hour clock or the 12-hour clock. Let's set it at 3:03, and then you've got the day of the week and you've got the month. So it's the 24th. Oh, it's the 24th of May today. Isn't that really quite a coincidence? Yeah. And then you can also set there the day of the week. So we put it on Saturday because my assistant is so dumb, he should have been Friday, never mind. Press mode again, and then you can actually press mode twice, and then you can set up your alarm. So it's 6:21 now, but let's make it, let's say 7:27. 7:27, yes please, 7:27, thank you very much. And then that is set, and that's your alarm. And then you press mode and you're back to telling the time, and then turn the alarm. Can you turn the alarm off or on for me? Yeah, press 30 and 40 together, the reset and the start stop together, and turn it off. Yes, that's off now, and then turn it on please. Yeah, thank you very much. And then when the alarm actually rings, you can press the start stop button there at 30, and that turns the alarm off. So when it rings, you just turn it off that way. Also, you can see there with that button, 24th of the 5th. So there, if you press mode once, you've got the stopwatch function. You've got up to a 100th of a second there talking away. And so that stopwatch will continue working. If you press the mode button, you're back to telling the time again. But then if we press mode once more, you can see that the stopwatch is still running. It's a phenomenal watch. It's a great gift. Something for Father's Day that is really affordable, £59.99. Buy one.
Yeah, Father's Day not too far away at all, 16th of June, of course. So is Dad going to be treated to one of these timepieces that we've got on this morning's show? We're live until 3 a.m. And this might be the one, you know, usual price $199, but we've negotiated some really, really, really competitive and great prices for you, making this just $59.99 our price for our live show. We are live until 3 a.m. So your chance to get it is now. There's still time to email us, send us your comments, send us your questions as well. Have you ordered something? What's your favourite? What are you looking for? What would you like to see again? Which one have you got in your basket? Which one have you just checked out? 987-615 at the moment is the item number on this Samuel Joseph amazing sports multifunction design, and it's just under £22 on 3 PayPal pay in 3 payments if you're spreading the cost, or £59.99 plus £4.95 UK postage if you're ordering it now and paying it all in one go. 03333 241 241 to order and not miss out, because we will be seeing watches selling out at some stage, I'm sure. 987-615 to get it. We just saw the red, the bright red there on the video, David, didn't we? But now this midnight black.
And believe it or not, the black actually has exactly the same functions as the red. So we decided not to do a rendition of the red. But this is a 45 45mm case size, it's got mineral glass, it's got a rotating bezel, it's got those gunmetal inserts into the silicone strap, really comfortable to wear on the wrist as well. And I bet you haven't seen anything like that before. Isn't it a great design from Samuel Joseph there?
Yeah, design-wise, it's a proper standout piece, isn't it? And the inserts are so unique up here. I've never seen anything quite like it. They've got suggestions of maybe car tyres or carbon fibre or something. So if maybe a loved one that you're thinking of buying it for maybe is into
it's real
racing.
2024 design, this really. But I mean, again, if you like, you know, little things on that allow you to be able to tell the time, have an alarm, have a stopwatch. Also at night, it's got a day-night indicator as well, so you can actually press the light button that is currently at 60. So that obviously the studio it's not going to work, but you can tell the time at night as well. I mean, phenomenal value.
It is. It's a cracking design. You've got that sunburst design on the face there. If you look particularly at 12, 11 and 1, you can see the lines, you can see the angles for it, and it is just a lovely looking design for £199. You know, you might think twice, even though we can feel the weight of it, we can feel the value of it, we know what's gone into the design, we know, you know, that 199 is perfectly fair. But you know, when you're thinking just like me about making purchases, you might think twice and think 199, I just don't know. But 59.99 is our price right now, this morning, live until 3 a.m, but only while stocks last on certain watch designs. £21.65 it is on 3 payments. That includes your postage as well if you're going PayPal Pay in 3, and that's 987615 to order now, either in the black or the red colourways. Now you've got a choice of either
AC Milan or Newcastle.
Yes, indeed, with your colours. You're a football man, or Liverpool maybe.
Well, there might be somewhere nearer like Liverpool.
Arsenal's closer to where we are now. Oh yeah. No,
Yes.
look at me. I know all about football. So, coming out with all the knowledge. Quick cut to the website. So ShopOnTV.co.uk to see all of the watches on today's show. We're live until 3 a.m. Have you got a favourite? Email us in. Ask us to show it. Is there something here that we haven't shown you yet that you would like to see in particular? Are there a couple of designs that you're thinking, hang on, I'm a bit of a fan of Swan and Edgar, and I've not seen those two designs before? Well, yeah, we've got a few coming in from Samuel Joseph, and also a couple of brand new Swan and Edgars that have not been on TV before, including this next watch here. Thank you for
So this is the Sir Lancelot watch.
It's nice.
As you know, as we look at the advertising copy on this, because everything in Swan and Edgar ties back to some historical figure. This is a tonneau shape. It's 48mm by 45mm in terms of the thing. It's got mineral glass, curved mineral glass. It's got the day and the date, and it's got that open heart, beating heart there with the Cornwall bridge with the crossed hatch detail. So 210 parts and 20 jewels, engineered strap weighing about 180 grams with a little gasket on the side as well. Lots of design elements here that take a lot of time and effort to put together. And from Swan and Edgar, you're always going to get cutting designs like this. This is the first time we've seen this. I only got this watch this morning. That shows you how new it is.
Yeah, this is absolutely fresh design from Swan and Edgar.
Actually,
first
yesterday
time.
morning, I'm thinking
Was
now.
it yesterday? Oh yeah, yesterday morning now, because it's early morning now, isn't it? Early morning on, I won't even pretend to know the date. Is it the 24th now? Yeah.
24th now,
Yeah,
yeah.
24th.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the 24th all day? Yeah, okay. Oh, very droll, very droll. This is the night. Or Knight, if you want to pronounce it wrong. But look at that, you know, and as you say, the Sir Lancelot moment of the morning's show. £320 on your usual price. That's hundreds of pounds worth of watch on my wrist in terms of feel, in terms of look, in terms of value to us maybe, if you're looking for something memorable. But £139.99 it is this morning at our price, just because we've managed to negotiate some prices with Swan and Edgar to be able to get these on the show for you live. So shop while the prices are down like this.
And these are hand-assembled watches. Each one can be traced back to the watchmakers themselves, and each of the designs is of a limited run. And people say, you know, how is it's not limited to one or two, but it's certainly not in the thousands, and that's the idea behind what Swan & Edgar do. They move on to another design, and each design takes a lot of effort to produce. You can see the rotor at the back. Automatic watches, 100-year anniversary, John Harwood in Bolton, thank you very much, he invented the watches. And then a certain Swiss manufacturer took him to task and said they invented the watches. Well, in fact, they lost, and they ended up using him in their advertising. How cynical is that?
What a roundabout.
How cynical is that?
Yeah, that's a very roundabout.
It's a British invention. Yeah. Wear a British invention on your wrist. Get a Swan & Edgar night watch. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean the rose tint now of the rose with the black face. You've got that executive, you know, charcoal and black contrast. The numbers as well they're not numbers. Are they indices all the way around now, yeah?
Yes, they are, Matt. And you've got inside some work going on. Swan & Edgar have put together a rather cunning. I was trying to find out the right sort of design for this, and I was thinking it looks a bit like an ice pack on the Arctic or the Antarctic or something like that. It's sort of all these, the textured dial to it as well. But everything about Swan & Edgar is, you know, really considered in the way they're put together, and they do look really stylish on the wrist.
Yeah, you've got to.
As you're demonstrating now.
You know, big contrast there. You know, with the warmth of the gold here on this, $139.99. I say gold, it's a gold colour to it. And tell us about the quality of that.
This is called ion plating, ION plating, or vapor disposition. It's done in a vacuum, and it's titanium nitrate, titanium nitrate actually, that is used to actually put a 0.6 micron coating onto it, and that protects it from knocks and scratches, and also allows it to pop in the way you're seeing in the studio lighting right now.
Well, the most popular out of the two, it might be because we've seen it more, it might be because it's genuinely the more popular one, I don't know, but it's the silver and navy. So I'll just show you that again quickly. Now here in the night design, brand new design, first time on air, first time live on ITV1, first time on the TV, first time on STV. So you are seeing a first here with this night design. We've had a lovely message in. It's Lawrence in Essex. Thank you so much for taking the trouble and time to write this. Lawrence says good morning to both of us there, David. And he says he bought a Swan & Edgar orientation automatic.
I know it well.
A short while back. And it was for his dad as a surprise. Thanks, Lawrence. And he absolutely adores it.
Yeah, that was a great watch, the orientation.
Yeah, he says he highly recommends all Swan & Edgar watches to anyone, and the boxes the watches come in are as stunning as the watches themselves. So that's nice feedback.
Yeah, and we might show you the box later on because we do have. I think we can get the box.
Yeah, we've shown the box for the tourbillon, haven't we? But of course, well, actually on the video, a couple of videos we've seen the box, haven't we? But just not live in the studio, just because we've been so sort of snowed under. He's pointing out the boxes now. Is David? He's shaking. No, that one. I'll show you the silver again.
We'll find it later.
Here, yeah. This is, of course, the stainless steel in silver and navy. We've got the rose and black as well.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dave. Dave's our floor manager.
Before let's assemble it as it should be.
Yeah. Expert. Do you want to put that one in?
No, I put that one in.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Go on.
See how good we are. So every watch comes packaged like this. It actually comes in an outer sleeve as well. So you've got the Swan & Edgar logo on there, this sort of leatherette. And then inside you'll get an instruction booklet. There we go, how to work the watch. And it takes you through how to do an automatic or a quartz watch for that matter. And then most key, this is the 5-year warranty on registration, which allows you to have that reassurance that for 5 years you're protected by the warranty. So that is the package when you get it home. And it really does, it's a great gift. It's a great packaging for the gift as well.
Well, that was Lawrence in Essex that emailed in. Thank you so much to you for your feedback, for your encouraging words to anybody looking for a Swan and Edgar watch on this morning's show now with David. And also, it's like a nice quick reminder to say, oh yeah, you know, we should show that. Having just seen the packaging, I think, on one or two of the videos, it's nice to see it live in the studio. I'm kind of liking the blue face here with the navy style and the silver strap against a suit or a shirt.
As I say, blue always, you know, is always the one to go first, because people really do like the contrast between the silver and the blue. And you have to admit, aesthetically, it works really well.
It's a cool part of your colour spectrum, isn't it? Your blues and your silvers.
Yeah.
It's working so well. 755431. It's justifiably very, very busy indeed for this watch. In both colours, actually, rose black and silver navy, both very popular. Just because it's under £50 on your 3 payments with your PayPal Pay in 3. Seriously, go for it. We've got loads more to show you as we go through the morning until 3 a.m. now, until we're live. The Tourbillon was available in blue, but not anymore, not at the moment. It is available in red and green this morning on our live show. However, every single one has been placed in a basket, however not necessarily reserved, because you can easily come in on the phone or the web and pop it into your basket and check out quicker than somebody that might have chosen not to go for it maybe, but it's still just in their basket. So don't feel bad about it at all. 561731 if you're going for the green, and the same item number if you are going for the red. So same item number, red or green, on the Tourbillon watch. Live price comparison on the Swan and Edgar website is at £2,000 for the Tourbillon currently. On the Swan and Edgar website, £2,000. Not right now, not for our live show. Our live show, £999.99p. And now, look at this. In your leather strap with another one of our...
So this is again, first I got this morning from a well-known courier. Believe it or not, it did arrive at 10 a.m. Actually it's now
yesterday morning.
Yeah. And got it here to the studio. This is in a beautiful lapis blue, 45mm case size, 210 parts, 20 jewels, with the open heart with the Cornwall bridge, gouloche detail around those Roman numerals, and it's got exhibition back on the back showing the rotor arm, the automatic movement. The count is a real sublime work of art. Inverted pushers, onion crown, all those design elements that the collectors love. First layer leathers with contrast leather stitching as well. A £310 watch on the Swan and Edgar website.
Yeah, but not now.
Not today.
Not now. Under £45 on your 3 PayPal Pay in 3s, saving £180, making £129.99 on our price, the Shop on TV price for this live show. We're live right now, and it's 031815. Order now on the count or any other design that you've been particularly looking for. But if you're getting the count, you know, it won't be the price that's absolutely got you and sold it to you. You'll want the watch. The price is just the icing on the cake. The fact that it's $44.98 on 3 payments or $129.99 plus delivery, you know, you've already sold on the watch. And whether it's the colour of the count, whether it's the classic leather strap, whether it's actually the rose and brown, the slightly warmer tones of the rose design here with your brown face, whatever's grabbed your attention and made you purchase this particular design, it will be a standout timepiece for that special person. Just that window through, you know, to see the mechanism, it's wonderful.
Yeah, you'll buy it on account.
Yeah. Spread the cost on 3 payments with your PayPal Pay in 3 for account. 031815 to order it. There is so much happening here again, so much thought has gone into it. On the rose and brown, you've got the real quality of your genuine
those straps.
strap.
You know, if you bought those straps in the marketplace, they're pretty expensive on their own. I mean, you could pay £60 for the strap alone. The mechanism is a really lovely 210 parts, hand assembled with 20 jewels, with that 5-year warranty behind it as well. And then the face, that face didn't come by accident. There's a lot of work going on to the face, the complications, and inside you can see the beating heart of the open heart and the exhibition back as well. Yeah, I don't know how this is done. I can't understand why we're not selling this £310.
Yeah, I mean, it's £310 usual price. But for this live show, for David joining us today, talking us through so many of these wonderful watches, the price that we've negotiated for the live programme is $129.99. You know, there are so many different reasons for us negotiating that price and saying, no, we want to make sure it's the best possible. It's not just some, let's just do it because. We want to make sure these are at the best possible prices to go to air, because time is precious for you. You know, you want to make sure we're not here every night with David. We're not here every night with Swan and Edgar. We're not lucky enough to see the Samuel Joseph watches every night, 2 nights, every 3 nights, once a week even. We are here so rarely with David and the Swan and Edgar brand and these brand new Todays as well, that we've got to take advantage. We can't come into the live show with just kind of a half thought out plan. We want to come in with choices, we want to come in with variety, and we want to come in with really, really, really brilliant prices, like rock bottom negotiated deals for you. Now, we've not seen this one yet. Available in 2 colours, blue or red, and it's the first one we've shown with this, the Milanese strap that I learned of.
So the Milanese strap is very, very popular as well, and that is woven stainless steel. To put that together is a work of art in its own right. This is the Honor 46mm case size, and it has that Seiko hybrid movement we talked about before. So it's got the accuracy of quartz down to less than a second a day of error. 20 seconds a month is what Seiko claim. I put one on the bench a couple of months ago and it ran in at 15 seconds a month. So in fact, Seiko are pretty conservative in the description of these watches.
Good taste.
And on that, you've got a 24-hour clock at 6 o'clock. You've also got the Cyclops Eye, so you can see the 24th of May there for you. And there is a stopwatch, of course, if you press the button that we pressed before, the pusher at the top.
Yep, this one here.
We can actually show the stopwatch. There you are. It's sweeping rather than ticking, and that is the mark of a mechanical quartz movement. Invented actually by the Swiss, believe it or not, but perfected by the Japanese. Because they really did. They copied the Swiss and they've done a better job of it. So this particular movement you'll find in some very high-end watches, of which Swan and Edgar is one. And because it is that movement that we're talking about here, it's only 12.5mm deep. So if you like a slimmer watch on your wrist, then this is the watch to go for. And because it is the Milanese strap, it's instantly adjustable when you get it home. There'll be a little tool that's provided that allows you can see there, you just flip that up and size it that way. 185mm in terms of the size of the wrist that will accommodate.
Okay, so up and down the strap there, you've got your sizable area, and then just the regular clip on the other end. So not a problem. Very, very easy to use indeed, and very easy to resize. This is the limited edition design in the Honor name. So if you're looking for it on the website, the Honor design with the Milanese strap, it's £134.99, down from the usual price of £205. And then the red.
This is the cherry red. Cherry red. Remember that advert all those years ago? Cherry something or other. And it was Cherry Blossom Roundabout. Do you remember outside on your way to Heathrow Airport, which is now called the Hogarth Roundabout, but it was the Cherry Blossom Roundabout for many, many years. At this time of night, I come out with this total irrelevance. There you go. This one.
I want to know.
Realise that, but there you have this lovely Seiko hybrid movement. As I said, 46mm case size and only 12.5mm deep, with a lot of detail going on as well. A Swan and Edgar classic.
It is, isn't it? I mean, you've got the 2 tones of the red. You've got that slightly deeper on the inner circle, slightly lighter on the outer circle of the red, and then the 12 very clearly marked. And then this design with the date function as well, with that magnified date just down on the side there. A nice flush design, but still, you know, still substantial, but flush to the wrist given the movement, and the Milanese sleek strap at £134.99, our negotiated price.
So it weighs 135 grams, and in terms of the size of this watch, the 46mm, it's really on trend in terms of colour. You look at the way that fascia's catching the light there. Swan and Edgar Edgar, because of their history, because of their heritage going back to 1812 from the original Swan & Edgar department store, their forte was the design of silks and fabrics. So it's reprised here in that dial. That dial is a hard to make dial, and that's why it is a £205 watch. And of course, today at a much lower price.
I mean, yeah, our price under £50 for your first of 3 payments in your PayPal Pay in 3, if you're choosing to do that. If not, it's £134.99, which, you know, that price just trips off the tongue, £134.99. But when you stop and think about it, £134.99 instead of £205 for that sleek, smooth, liquid Milanese strap, and then the red or the blue in your design here with your Honor mechanical movement there, either in the red. They're very nice, aren't they? Either way, catching the light when you tilt them up to the studio lights or on a sunny day, and then nicely deep and rich. 119645 to order now. We are racing through these because there is so much to show you with these designs. Don't forget the tourbillon is available on the website. You'll find them in the 2 different colours, the red and of course the blue gone, but the green is available too. So red and green, same item number for both if it's in your basket. Do check it out. Don't miss out there on that wonderful, wonderful watch. Normally £2,000. Remember, £2,000 on the Swan & Edgar website, but not now, not for our live show now. If you're watching this on ITV1 or STV now live, you're seeing a £2,000 watch for $999.99. That's the tourbillon in either the red or the green. Both very popular colours, the red for its fiery ruby red nature, and the green, of course, that deep turquoise green, the emerald green tone that it's got. Blue, can't talk about it because it's sold out. Have a look at this go. This.
So this is the design icon. That's originally a porthole. The way that it's put together is a homage to some of these fabulous watches that were designed by Gerald Genta in the 1980s and 90s. The silicon strap is again something that was originally previewed in Basel World, and it's an integrated silicon strap. You see it's integrated to the wrist. This is something which has got so much history to it in the way this is designed, but this is Swan & Edgar's variation on this design. I'm not taking any credit for the fact that, you know, of these heritage pieces, but it is 163 part 20 dual automatic movement with a lovely burnished Edgar the Bulldog, and of course swan face, the swan on the back of the Swan & Edgar watch, and really quite unusual in terms of this Odyssey design there. Lots of gouache detail in front of the watch itself, day, date, month and 60-second timer. And automatic movement, so you don't have to worry to wind up the watch. It will wind up as you wear it on the wrist. And yeah, a collector's item, I think, within the Swan & Edgar range.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
And the price. Look at that price. It's probably the most affordable automatic we've got today.
Actually, oh yeah, thank you so much for pointing that out with the automatic movement. Of course, at £119.99. Yeah, that's fantastic for that. Saving £80. Another great negotiation on your behalf for this live show now with Swan & Edgar. £41.65, 3 payments. That includes your postage, so well under £50 on your 3 payments of PayPal Pay in 3. Usual price £200, so a lovely saving on it. And you know what? Some time to just spend and dedicate to the colour there, the way the tones catch the light. So, you know, you've got that main housing just behind the bezel, but that slightly brushed finish.
Yeah, but it's the way you've got an integrated strap. You put it to the side there, Matt, so we can actually show the way that integrated strap hugs the wrist. That's what makes it so comfortable to wear. And then you have the burnished finish on the bezel of the watch. Lovely and slim as well. It's actually 15 millimeters deep, but when you wear it, I think you'll notice that there's some really, really expensive watches now that are silicon strapped, but all of them that are really at that top end have those integrated straps that you can see there with that textured detail on that silicon.
Yeah, I mean, just the way that strap leads into the main watch and gives it such a different look. Have you seen another watch like this morning on our live show? Answer no. This is a really standout design, isn't it? It's utterly unique. £119.99 it is, down from the usual price of £200. That's £696,651 to order now. Now, we've managed to see a preview at the start of our morning show here live. We went live just before 1 a.m, I think. We've also managed to go through and see some of your favourites, but we'll show you some that are in your baskets, but we haven't had a chance to see live yet. And this is one of them. Wow, pleased to see this.
Yes.
Skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton watch. This is a larger variation of the skeleton watch. So the one we saw was 38.5 millimeters, and this is more like 45 millimeters in terms of the case size. It's 162 part, 21 jewel movement. You can see the watchmaker's quite proud to see the design on it. It's one. I knew that would happen at some point. Samuel Joseph. It had to happen at some point. And inside the watch, you can see there, each one of the indices has got that tiny kind of. What would that be? Cubic zirconium, I think it might be.
Okay, yeah,
There's actually
there's sort of diamond-like
sparkler to it, a little sparkler.
Yeah.
And you've got a rotating bezel at this price point. That is quite phenomenal as well, really. Okay. I don't know how Samuel Joseph do it. And a nice Steinway black finish, IP finish.
Well, there's so much happening here, and for under £30 on your first of 3 payments. Black is in the lead, but look at the opulence of the gold. I mean, just that is grabbing the attention. And
the detail as well around the strap, because you've got some burnishing going on and some polishing going on. Again, really unusual at that price point to get the two phenomenons together, and also to get a rotating bezel as well. Most of these bezels are fixed. Again, you know, you're getting a lot of watch for the money there.
I mean, there's plenty happening, plenty of design to get lost in and to appreciate here. Your Roman numerals, you can see at the 12, 6 and 9 and 3, 921292 to order. The opulence, the expense, I mean, even the gold.
As well.
Look at that, it's even, oh yeah, and of course we need to show this angle. Look at this. So when we say that's a lot of watch for your money, under £30 on that first payment of 3 for a £220 watch. Usual price in the black or the gold, but it's not £220 now. Not for our live show on ITV1 and STV. With that saving now, you're looking at a £140 saving, taking it down to $79.99. Black is in the lead. Gold we'd love to see in more baskets as well. So if you're thinking about dialing in, 03333241241, and you can order on the ShopOnTV.co.uk website as well. 921292. We're going to show you the Jubilee next. So if you've already seen the Jubilee and you've got it in your basket, congratulations on your purchase. We'll see the Jubilee next. But first, have a look at this, because this is the World Timer watch now.
So the world timer here is actually being able to tell the time in 24 cities around the world by reference to putting London at 1 o'clock. And once London's at 1 o'clock, you can see that in Sydney it's 11 o'clock in the morning. And of course in Bangkok, 8 in the morning. In New York, it's 2000 hours. In Rio, 2200 hours. And then let's say we can set London to 2 o'clock. Can my assistant do that, please? Yes, 2 o'clock. Thank you very much. And then you can see at Rio, it's 2300 hours. Just time to go to the nightclub. In South Georgia, it's now midnight. And Tokyo, 11 o'clock in the morning. Isn't that a great talking point? And the thing about these watches is that because they have got that space theme to them, 51mm case size, super luminova, sapphire glass, and today that price really is a steal, because I think on the Swan & Edgar website it's £230.
Well, yeah, £230 usual price, but £159 for our price this morning. We're only here with David very, very occasionally, so it's not like we're here every other day or every week or 2 or even 3 or 4. It's been too long since we last saw David, so take advantage of these prices while we're able to bring them down like this. And honestly, once you picked your favourite, go for it, pop it in your basket and check it out. Or phone us, 03333241241 here live on ITV and STV. This is another one of yours, your favourites now. On the show, a lot of people have jumped in.
This is the martini on your wrist, as I described this earlier, because it's got that crisp silver look. You can just see the olive almost pointing out of it. 162 parts and 21 jewels. Samuel Joseph, quintessentially a boutique brand in London that has this mission to provide really, really affordable watches to the marketplace. This, of course, is 38.4 millimeters in terms of it's a classic size of watch with a curved mineral glass on the front. You see it's catching the light in the studio now. Lovely curved. It's almost like a bubble back watch, if people know what that might be. 38.6, 15 millimeters deep, exhibition back as well, pure stainless steel strap. Get it while you can.
Seriously, a lot going on here.
This
and
is
a lot
really
of design.
popular, this watch.
It is. It's our most popular watch, one of our busiest watches this morning on the live show. One of the most popular now at £74.99, our price down from £210 usually. Would you feel if your friend showed you this and said, you know, I've just treated myself to this watch and I paid £200 for it. You know, yeah, I got £10 off as a special deal and paid £200 for it. You wouldn't think twice, would you? You'd say, my gosh, how did you manage to get that for £200? It seems so much more expensive. You wouldn't believe them that they got it for £74.99. But you could be that person. You could be getting this watch now for £74.99 plus delivery. And there you go, the exhibition back that we talked about in either the gold or the two-tone, sorry, the two-tone or the
is
silver.
really classic, you know, that's why it might be Skeleton Jubilee, might ring a bell somewhere in the marketplace. And you've got that lovely contrast between the two there. 38.6 millimeters deep, 15 millimeters in terms of the depth of the watch, 162 parts and 21 jewels with a lovely sweep of the automatic movement there. And you can see the exhibition back as well. Pure stainless steel strap. £74.90.
I know. We're so
struggling
lucky
with that.
We are so lucky to have that price point. Seriously, very, very fortunate to be able to offer this at £74.99, down from £210 to get, you know, and there it is. It's that flush design. Yes, it's got that presence. Yes, it's got a bit of circumstance to it, but you know, it still sits wonderfully on the wrist and doesn't take over. And that's to do with the mechanism that you were talking about, the movement earlier on.
And the fact that, again, it's been made by watch lovers for watch lovers. That's the idea behind it. It's a very, very small boutique brand. We haven't seen Samuel Joseph more than a couple of times on these shows, and every time we've shown them, they've gone down extremely well. And the range of watches is quite interesting. We've only got 4 variations, but it covers quite a lot of ground.
I mean, yeah, to see the differences between all of the Samuel Joseph watches that we're seeing here. 339678 to order now on your Skeleton Jubilee in the two-tone. That's the two-tone. We also had the silver, remember. Both of them have the exhibition back. Notice I'm learning from David on the facts and the descriptions. £74.99 though. For a watch that looks this good. It's 339678 to order and add to your purchase today and pop it into your basket. ShopOnTV.co.uk or 03333 241 241 to order the Skeleton Jubilee design. One of the most popular watches on this morning's programme.
So this is the multi-function, really popular watch. You press mode 3 times to be able to set the time on this. You've got this 24-hour clock there, so 11:03 at the moment. You can either go for 24 hours or 12 hours with this is the 24-hour version here. If you go through, you can see the AM, 3 AM, so we're now on the 12-hour clock. Then it is the 5th month, the 24th day, 24th of May right now. Isn't that phenomenal? Quite a coincidence, really, isn't it? And then you can actually set the day of the week. Let's set it. Unfortunately, my assistant gets this wrong and puts it on Saturday when it is in fact Friday. But that's a small bad there. And then you have the way that you can set the alarm by pressing it twice, and there the alarm. Let's make the alarm 6:27. That's a bit too near. I might get woken up a bit early there. So let's make it 7:27.
Extra hour in
and
bed.
then when you're happy there, an extra hour in bed there, you press the mode button and that's your alarm set. You can check the alarm by pressing the reset button. There, oh yes, it's 7:27. Isn't that a handy little function in its own way there? And then of course you can also switch the alarm on and off. That's off and then that is on. So when the alarm rings, you just press the 30 button and that will silence your alarm when it goes beep, beep, beep. And then when you're happy with that alarm function, why don't you have a look at the, oh, there's the 24th of May, still telling you the time there. And then press mode once and you've got your stopwatch function. You can start the stopwatch off up to 100th of a second accuracy, and then while it's ticking away there doing its stopwatch function, press the mode and you can tell the time again, and then you can go back to the stopwatch function. Can we go back to the stopwatch function? There you go. And you can see the stopwatch is working as well. A great watch and a fabulous price and really popular. Thank you very much for buying it if you have.
Yeah, one of the most popular watches on the show actually with David. Now multifunction, well, that was proved on the video you just saw here, and the sporty nature of it with the silicon strap, the look of it, the weight of it, the chunkiness, the strength of it as well. And there it is on the wrist now in the black version. And the black, of course, has this like a cream silver face to it. So it's a lovely style to it. The big numbers on it for you marked on the 12. On the wrist, it looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's an understated look, the black. And of course, you've got that gunmetal finish, silicon strap. There's little rivets in it as well. 45mm case size, mineral glass, 16mm deep. A really fun, I mean, this has proven to be one of the most popular watches that we've ever had from Samuel Joseph, and I can see why, because it's got the tool watch ability, be able to tell the time, be able to set an alarm, being able to do your stopwatch function, and also tells time in the dark as well, because it also has this light function by pressing the button at between 60 and 50. We can't really see that on the studio.
No. But the moving bezel, just the different strap, just the fact that you've got this silicon strap with these insertions in it, this sort of like a
gunmetal finish to it. That, yeah. Little quirks that make it something that people are going to notice and think that you've spent a fortune on it.
Yeah, as soon as something's got a bit of difference to it, a bit of design going on, someone's thought about it, someone's designed it, someone's created it. That's the ticket to owning something that has designer flair from Samuel Joseph. $59.99 is our price today, down from $199. Remember, that is a live show that you're watching with myself and David. We're live until 3 a.m. That's the black version and the red version now with the silicon strap on your Samuel Joseph timepiece. Under £22 on your 3 payments if you're going for it on PayPal Pay in 3. So for less than £22 on your first payment, or $59.99 with our price now, down from $199. Now, we've got plenty to show you and some timepieces that are first to air this evening.
Now, we haven't seen this before. The Speed Target also has the Seiko Quartz movement in the Seiko hybrid movement, so it's still got that high-end movement in it, but it also has a different look and feel to it. So if you like the idea of having a pure stainless steel strap that's in brushed stainless steel, this is the watch to consider with that beautiful blue finish. It's actually an homage to Anthony Dodd, who won the Olympics many years ago for archery, and his great-great-great-great-grandfather was at Agincourt. Isn't that a lovely little fact? Yeah. But the way this watch is finished, it's got that bezel that's is a movable bezel. It's got the Cyclops eye, of course. It's got a little gasket, lots of swan egg details you'd expect on a watch of this quality. Yeah, if you like the idea of having this type of classic watch with a 45mm case size, this is certainly something that should be on your list.
Yeah, did you, we say that moving bezel as well, you mentioned that, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you did, sorry David. I was just thinking about so many different things tonight, I couldn't remember whether you had or not. And then we've got it in the black. The majority of people that are buying this watch have it in the blue and silver, but I just wanted to quickly show you the black because it is like a brushed finish on the strap. Plenty happening between the different colourways here, isn't there? Because is it introducing? No, they've both got the red. So you've got the silver, the blue, and the red, but then the black with this rose.
Both of them have got the brushed finish to it, but the Steinway black really, you know, is a very discreet watch, and I think the red works nicely against the rose gold and the black together. And when you actually also look at the chapter ring and the finish and the final details, and inside there'll be mirrored rehaut, which allows the light to bounce out of it. And because it has that Seiko hybrid movement, you've got accuracy up to 20 seconds a month or better in terms of the error. So that's less than a second a day, and it beats any superlative chronometer. That dual deployment clasp fits large wrist sizes, 200 millimeters in terms of the size that it will fit as well. So the Speed Target is a great addition to your collection. Has a 12-hour timer on it as well.
Looking good in each colourway here. The black is not quite as popular as the silver, so I just thought I'd give you a bit of lingering shot at the black. However, the silver is just in the lead, in terms of popularity. 996. 831 to order now. ShopOnTV.co.uk to have a look at. Have a look at the website for all of the different watches that we've shown you. However, some that we haven't shown you yet, and some of the designs that we can't wait to show you again. Some of the more unusual ones that we haven't showcased maybe on there. Have a look for the speed tracker, mechanical design, the ladies design.
The quadrant's quite a striking design. You can see it, yeah, with the octagonal design as symbol of renewal, very much a piece that has been popular in the past.
And then you've got the Milanese strap, for example, on the Honor design with the mechanical quartz, and then so many more besides to have a look at on there too. Some big price reductions that we've negotiated for our show with the Swan & Edgar brand representing the Tourbillon watch now with the last 10 minutes of the show. So it is kind of a now or never.
We're back to the Emperor.
Yeah, if there's any particular watch in your sights this morning, make that decision and make that leap. David, why is the Tourbillon such a sought after?
So, because it is incredibly hard to do. It was invented by Abraham Louis Breguet in 1801, patented in 1805. Breguet himself was a phenomenon because he dodged the guillotine, was watchmaker to Marie Antoinette, to Napoleon, to George III. George III had his own tourbillon, which he received in, I think, 1820 or something like that. Sorry, would it be 1820? Yeah. He'd probably be dead by then. No, it actually was sold, but it ended up with his son. That's what happened, yeah, because he was dead by then. But Breguet made it in English, so it wasn't tourbillon, it was whirlwind, because tourbillon means whirlwind. Inside this watch, you've got that Gaudi-like, that look of the Tate Modern masterpiece, everything curved, everything that a watchmaker is showing you, because there's 30 watchmakers combining 450 processes and 322 individual parts and 19 jewels to make a single watch. And that's why a tourbillon is so tough to make, so much coveted by the watch-owning generation, and also not really available to all but a discerning few.
A discerning few, but even fewer than that, isn't it really, David? Because you can be discerning, you can have your eye on one, you can desperately want one, but even then there's only a handful of those that want one or dream of one who actually own.
Well, it's a considered purchase, they always are, but tonight you're getting it effectively at half price.
I'm very lucky.
You're getting a sculpted 316 stainless steel rendition in 42mm case size with sapphire glass, first layer leathers. Everything about this watch is top class, and I would defy anyone to find an elegant tourbillon like this at anything like this price, and that is what Swan & Edgar brought to the market, and that's why we very rarely have these tourbillons on offer, and when we do, we have very, very few of them.
Elegance, the word, isn't it, David? Because, you know, well, so many words fit, you know, exclusive, elegant, sleek, you know, but elegant particularly because that mechanism just glides. It glides around, and the way it floats, if I move my jacket away from the back, you can see there the transparency behind there. Look, you know, that mechanism is floating inside.
Yeah, so that's Alfred Hellwig's invention. So Breguet invented the tourbillon, but Alfred Hellwig way back in 1920, so he worked out how to make it actually float in space. So there's a single pivot to that watch that is making that watch work. There's 80 parts inside there, and the beating heart of you can see that the spring is moving through 360 degrees every minute, and the little you can see the escapement that's moving there, coming up to 3 o'clock right now, if you can see that in close up, with the pallet fork controlling it. It's a phenomenon, it's a masterpiece, it is a work of art, it is something to truly covet and love, and when you get this home, you won't be disappointed.
Well, we've ensured a half-price deal. You know, it's a £2,000 watch on the Swan & Edgar website, but you're getting it for half that. You're getting it for $999.99. You can see the presentation case that it comes in, the red option as well. This is the green option. 561731 is the item number, whichever option you're going for. And not only is it half price today, down to £999.99p compared to the £2,000 price tag on the Swan & Edgar website, but you are actually picking this up for a PayPal Pay in 3. You're picking it up for a third of $999.99. 561713 to order now. Same item number for red or green. Okay, so red or green, whichever one you're going for, it's the same item number, 335.65 on your 3 payments if you're spreading the cost. Remember, that does include your delivery cost on that 3 payments. The experience of owning and opening the box when you first own a Tourbillon, it's all in that first moment with the presentation case. It's already unclipped, ready to go. But on the inside,
what a gift, what a fabulous thing to give someone for Father's Day or for any other special occasion. And that magma red really, really pops. And when you get this, it comes in an outer box as well. That's the 5-year warranty behind it. It will come with a spare strap. And then when you get it out of the box, it has a 42-hour power reserve to it. So once it's wound, 42 hours of power, because it's got a really powerful mainspring in it. You have inside that magma red finish, that infinity dial with diamond etched indices and the loom on the front of the watch. 42 millimeters in terms of case, and catching the light magnificently.
Well, we've seen it several times already through the live show. We've got a few minutes left before 3 AM, but officially just gone limited stock. I mean, they've been officially limited, I guess, for an hour or two because they were all in baskets at one point. But right now, your chance to check out on either the red or the green, which is the last of stock now on both of those colours. Leapfrog, maybe, if you want to just come through on the phone, 0333241241. Pop it in your shopping basket or go for it on the website on the ShopOnTV.co.uk on the website to see all of the designs, including the prestigious Tourbillon design. Well, with a couple of minutes left before the end of the live show, we have got limited chance to showcase some pieces. So what would we choose? We'd have to go.
Well, we'd have to go to Sir Lancelot.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the man that was the head of the round table. And this is not a round watch, this is a tonneau-shaped watch. And if you are someone of discernment and you think everyone's got a round watch, get yourself a tonneau. Tonight you can get one for $39.99. This is 45 millimeters by 48 millimeters. That curvature you can see there that Matt is showing you really does work. They've got the exhibition back on the back, 210 parts and 20 jewels as well. Day and date being able to, you can see on the 2 sub-dials, Cornwall Bridge, beating heart of the open heart, and a weighing 180 grams, really substantial engineered bracelet to that watch with the contrasting pushers, together with the blue against the IP silver. It works as a colour combination extremely well.
I mean, everything about it.
But of course, you know, if you want a choice of the, because the night, I don't know how we're doing between the different colour variations, because as I said earlier, the blue is always going to be more popular.
Yeah.
But there's a discerning few of people that want the rose gold version with the black finish as an alternative.
Yeah, we can show the rose gold as well. There it is as a choice for you for either or. But it's a lot of watch for £320, let alone the low price that we've got for you negotiated and arranged for this live show. $139.99 to get every single little bit of detail that we've shown you on this watch with a £180 saving. So
it's
many
lovely
different
and
things.
proud as well. It's a 16mm deep watch, and as a night it is 45 by 48mm in terms of size.
He's wonderful. So,
First showing today on ITV and STV.
yeah, we're very lucky to have it on the TV tonight. Very, very lucky indeed. The first time for a couple of designs. This is one of them. Very popular indeed in both the colourways, silver and navy particularly. 755431 to order it now with a big, big saving on that. That is one of our brand new today watches that we've seen for you. Congratulations if you bought any one of our watches tonight. It's been lovely to have your company. Thank you to David
Thank you to
for
everyone out there.
all of the knowledge. And remember, don't just wait till tomorrow for Shop on TV. You can turn over to Channel 89 on Freeview right now.